Integrity Commissioner? You have to have integrity before you have one. And in the meantime, the Integrity Commissioner report is really interesting in that it mentions how many other Ontario municipalities within the recent year or so have been looking into integrity commissioners. And that's because there's so many municipalities right now that when people look into them are showing kind of a lack of integrity, whether it's Vaughan, whether it's Aurora, and as well. And I figure the public is starting to be wise to such things as freedom of information, the Ontario Ombudsman. Think of how many public institutions and agencies, once the Ontario Ombudsman goes in and takes a look, the CAOs start resigning and board of directors start resigning because anywhere he looks, there's this real pile of shit that's been piled up for years. Because nobody's looking, nobody's accepting accountability, and above all, most people are shoveling it. It's clear to me that the City of Mississauga report here, again, and you don't hear, another alternative that we looked into was the Ontario Ombudsman. I really would like to think that most citizens aren't stupid enough to accept an integrity commissioner that a municipality itself decides to hire. I mean, there are 440 municipalities in Ontario. Some of them have to be corrupt. And you're going to somehow say, well, we're going to deal with this corruption by hiring our own integrity commissioner? What? That's why there's 7 councillors right here who want a judicial inquiry. They want some other external independent system. And here's something else. If these people had done a minimum amount of homework as far as checking the code of conduct and complaints system that they had passed in April 2008. That is the City of Mississauga's code of conduct. If they had looked into that and sort of examined what's been happening since that one was implemented, they wouldn't be suggesting an integrity commissioner. They'd realize how important it is to get substantial complaints away from municipalities and into the provincial realm, because there's no accountability, there's no transparency, and there's no reassuring the public when you get a municipality being able to hire its own integrity commissioner, deciding on the scope of that integrity commissioner, even how long that integrity commissioner is able to deal with the problem. And then the other thing about this report, it doesn't deal with prior problems, and any complaint you're only allowed 6 months. Most people don't know how badly they've been screwed over for years. It took me about 2 years to figure out about freedom of information. Most people are walking ducks, and a lot don't have the resources that I have here, or the time that it's taken me to really understand why. You can't have an integrity commissioner. Ontarians need the Ontario Ombudsman looking into municipalities, full investigative powers, and it's not just Mississauga. This is for all Ontario municipalities. They need help. You need something else, because everything else is just pretense, absolute pretense, the pretending.